Hello, everyone. In this video, I will be discussing the Masada Law. Um, my approach to this discussion is that we will go through the entire RA 6552. So medyo codal basis lang gihapon ta. Okay? So para makover na to tanan ang mga sections, what time left out ng mga sections sa Masada Law. Alright, so let me just turn on the annotation here so we can make some notes while we are discussing. Alright. So Masada Law is RA 6552. Okay? So this is commonly called the Masada Law. And just a fun fact, no, nganong gitawag man siya og Masada Law, it's because the main proponent of this law is Senator Ernesto Maceda. Okay, so that's why it's Masada Law. Sometimes, no, law students get confused between Masada Law and Recto Law. So, ato lang siya Recto Law versus Masada Law. Para clear siya sa atong mind ug di ta malipat no kung unsa ni siya. So, Recto Law pertains to personal property nga installment sales, okay? Personal property, whereas Masada law is real property. Sa una, maglibog sad kuno recto law, Masada law, ako na lang timan-an nga kung dili pwede magkaparehas ang first letter. So, if R gani siya, recto law gani siya, dili siya pwede real property. Dili siya pwede magkaparehas ang first letter. So, na ang trick nako no para makahinumdum ko unsa di covered sa rectolog, unsay covered sa Masada law. So, if rectolog ni R gani siya di siya pwede real property. So, if dili siya pwede real property, then personal property di siya. Then Masada law therefore refers to or covers real property sale on installments, okay? So at least clear siya sa tong mind. Masada law covers real properties, okay? But later on, dili ra siya tanan nga real properties, no? Atong makitaan din hinga. Unsa ray specific real property sales ang covered sa Masada law, okay? So RA 6552 is an act to provide protection to buyers of real estate on installment payment. So clear gid siya no sa title pa lang daan sa ato ang RA 6552 that this only covers real estate on installment. Therefore, if it's straight cash or lump sum, cash basis, dili siya covered sa RA 6552. Dili siya covered sa Masada law. Okay? So section 1, this act shall be known as the Realty Installment. Again ha, clear gyapon no, Realty Installment Buyer Act. Nganong buyer man? Because this law specifically provides remedies and rights of the buyers. This is to protect the buyers. Okay, so that's why it's called Realty Installment Buyer Act. Okay, so Section 2 is actually discussing the purpose. Nganong naaman ni siya nga law. Okay, it is hereby declared a public policy to protect buyers, okay, to protect buyers of real estate on installment payments against onerous and oppressive conditions because the law acknowledges no nga na ay mga sellers or mga developers no of real properties nga grabe gyud kaayo ka onerous ang ilang mga conditions, and sometimes 'di ba as buyers we are asked to sign several pages of documentations unya dili pud i-discuss per page unsay sulod anang a page pirma kay pirma ra ta. So at least naatay protection diri hatag sa ato ang Masada law. Okay, Section 3, in all transactions or contracts involving the sale or financing, so sale or financing of real estate on, again, installment payments, including residential condominium apartments. So take note, residential condominium apartments. But this act does not include the sale of the following. So dili covered din ang sale or financing of industrial lots. So wala na siya labot. Wala siya labot ang commercial buildings ug sales to tenants. Kanang na mga tenancy agreements under RA number 38 144 as amended by RA numbered 6389. So kani siya na yung mga tenancy agreements, wala ilabot na siya. So where the buyer, so mo ni siya ang ato ang timan-an for section 3, where the buyer has paid at least, so na ay minimum no, at least 2 years of installments. So take note, at least 2 years. Pero kani siya nga 2 years, this does not pertain to the time. Dili siya time nga 2 years nga. 2 years na ang nilabay. Dili. Ang pasabot diri sa 2 years is 2 years worth of installments. So for example, usa pa ka tuig ang dagan sa contract. Pero kani siya nga buyer, sige man siya og advance payment such that ang iyahang total na nga nabayad ni equivalent na siya og 2 years of installments. Pero again, 1 year pa ang nilabay sa contract. So covered gihapon siya aning section 3 no na he can avail the rights included here in section 3 because he has paid at least 2 years of installments. So again ha, dapat clear siya sa atong mind. Ang kaning 2 years, this pertains to worth of installments, dili siya ang dagan sa tuig. Okay? So if the buyer has paid at least 2 years of installments, the buyer is entitled to the following rights in case he defaults. In case daw kuno sa mga sunod nga mga bayron niya mo default siya pasabot, di siya makabayad. Okay, wa siya nakabayad sa mga succeeding installments. Pero nakabayad na siya og at least 2 years worth of installments. So unsa man di ay ang mga rights ni buyer? Okay, first right niya to pay without additional interest the unpaid installments due within the total grace period earned by him. So, how to compute the grace period earned by him? So, to compute the grace period, ingon dire, hereby fixed at the rate of 1 month grace period for every 1 year of installment payments made. Okay. But, okay, provided that this right shall be exercised by the buyer only once in every 5 years. So, kani siya, so letter ADI grants the buyer a grace period. So, this grace period, this right kuno shall be exercised only once. So, dapat po, dili abusaran ni buyer, no? So, once only in every 5 years, mahatagan siya aning grace period nga hatag diri sa letter A. So, again, unsaon pag-compute sa grace period? Ang grace period na to is 1 month as to 1 year of installments. So 1 month for every year of installments. So for example, ang iyang nabayad is 2 years siya, 2 years worth of installments. So pila man unsa kadugay man ang iyahang grace period. So again, that's 1 month for every 1 year of installments. So if he has paid at least 2 years worth of installments, then that means ang iyang grace period should be 2 months. Okay? So dapat tagaan siya ni seller og 2 months nga bayaran ang iyahang wala na bayaran nga installment. Okay? So sa during the duration of the grace period, dapat walay additional nga interest nga mo accrue ana nga grace period. Okay? Sige. Second, okay, let me just clear all my drawings para ta maka scroll down. Okay. For a while. Ala ka. Sa ha? Okay. Ako annotation na wala. Wait. Okay. If the contract is canceled, for example, dili na gyud siya kabayad, no? Dili na gyud kabayad si buyer, so i-cancel na lang ang contract. If the contract is canceled, so in this one, there is already cancellation. The seller shall refund to the buyer. So therefore, if there is cancellation, there is refund. But take note again, this is only applicable if the buyer has paid at least 2 years worth of installments. So the seller shall refund to the buyer the cash surrender value of the payments on the property. Okay? So natay cash surrender value. based on the total payments made on the property. So, unsaan man pag-compute sa cash surrender value. So, equivalent to 50% of the total payments made. Okay, so 50% daw ko, no, of the total payments made. And after 5 years of installments, so meaning if ever nakabayad siya og more than 5 years worth of installments, dili lang kay 2 years ra. So, kung 2 years lang, 2 years up to 5 years, kanang wala nilapas og 5 years, 2 years to 5 years, you are entitled to a cash surrender value of 50% of the total payments made. But after 5 years worth of installments, if nilapas pagit kag 5 years nga worth of installments nga imong nabayaran, there is an additional cash surrender value of 5% for every year. Okay, so plus 5% for every year after year 5. Okay? So, na kay 5% every year. So, i-add na nimo siya sa 50%. But dapat daw ko, no, ang total not to exceed 90% of the total payments made. Okay, so for example, ang ing nabayad ni buyer is already 7 years na, 7 years. Let's say 7 years worth of installment payments. So, ang iyang cash surrender value is 50% plus 5% times pila ka buok years after year 5. So, there is 2 years after year 5, no? So, 2. 5% times 2, that's 10. So, a total of 60%. A total of 60% di ay ang iyahang entitlement sa refund of all payments. Okay? Of all payments made. Okay. Provided that the actual cancellation of the contract shall take place only after 30 days from the receipt of by the buyer of the notice of cancellation or the demand for rescission of the contract by a notarial act and upon full payment of the cash surrender value to the buyer. So, Section 3B, nag-ingon siya nga, kung if i-cancel jud daw ni seller ang contract kay wala naman gyud nakabayad, let's say nilapse na ang grace period, wala gyapon kabayad si buyer, so if i-cancel na lang or i-rescind ang contract, dapat daw kuno ang cancellation must be through a notarial act, meaning to say ang notice of cancellation or the demand for rescission of the contract must be notarized. Okay, so that notarized notice of cancellation should be given to the buyer. So, dapat madawat ni buyer. Okay? Madawat ni buyer. Unya, ang actual cancellation shall take place only 30 days after nadawat ni buyer ang notice of cancellation. And again, take note ha kay important yun ni. Kinahanglan ang notice of cancellation must be by a notarial act. It must be notarized. O dapat bayaran sad ni seller ang full payment of the cash surrender value to the buyer. So, again, pila ganito ang cash surrender value? It is 50%, okay, plus 5%, plus 5% for every year after year 5. But again, not to exceed 90%. If ang total ani tanan nilapas siya og 90%, pag-compute nimo, kutob ra gyud siya sa 90% ang cash surrender value. Okay? So, again, it is based on the total payments made by the buyer. So, when we say payments, unsa day, what is included in the term nga payments? So, man siya. Apil da dira ang down payments, okay? Apil sa pag-compute kaning basis, ano? Kaning nga base, the payments, cash surrender value of the payments. Apil din ha ang down payment, deposits, or options on the contract. It shall be included in the computation of the total number of installment payments made. Okay. Take note sa Section 3, again, nag-discuss na rin Section 3 nga rights no, natay grace period, nasa tay refund. Again, for Section 3 to apply, kinahanglan nakabayad si buyer og at least 2 years worth of installments. What if wa siya kaabot og 2 years worth of installments? Ani na ta ni Section 4. In case where less than 2 years of installments were paid, the seller shall give the buyer a grace period. So, naagihapon di ay right si buyer. Ang iyang right lang din is grace period. Pila man ang iyang grace period? Not less than 60 days from the date the installment became due. So, ang iyahang grace period is at least 60 days. Pwede ba ni siya patasan ni seller nga instead of 60 days, 90 days? Yes, pwede. Basta dili mo ubos og 60 days. Kana kung ang imuhang nabayad nga installments wala kaabot og 2 years, so less than 2 years. Nagyapon kay right to a grace period. Okay? If the buyer fails to pay the installments due at the expiration of the grace period, the seller may cancel the contract after 30 days from receipt by the buyer of the notice of cancellation or demand of rescission of the contract by a notarial act. So, same lang gihapon no nga. If ever gani dili gihapon kabayad si buyer during the grace period, si seller pwede niya i-cancel ang contract. Pero again, dapat ang notice of cancellation or demand for rescission must be by a notarial act. It must be notarized. But if you notice here, unlike in section 3B nga na ay refund, there is no more refund. There is a section 4. So, unsa ra di ay ang right ni buyer if wala siya kaabot og at least 2 years worth of installments. Ang ihang right lang is the grace, to be given a grace period. Okay? And then plus, kinahanglan if si seller man gani mag-cancel sa contract, kinahanglan it is by a notarial act. Okay? So, clear na siya. So, if less than 2 years, no refund. Okay, Section 5. Under Section 3 and 4, the buyer shall have the right to sell his rights or assign the same to another person. So, pwede gihapon daw kuno in any case there is a Section 3 or 4. Pwede nimo, if ikaw si buyer, pwede nimo ibaligya sa lain ang imong rights. Mura ipa-assume nimo sa lain nga di na ka mo continue, ipa-assume nimo sa lain. You have the right to sell your rights or to assign your rights to another person. You also have the right to reinstate the contract by updating the account during the grace period. So mura bag ma-pause man imong account ano so or not in good standing ang imuhang ang status nimo dito if wala ka nakabayad sa mga subsequent installments. So you also have the right to reinstate, no, ipa-update nimo ang contract. How? By paying katong wala nimo nabayaran nga installments, by paying it during the grace period, no? And before actual cancellation of the contract. And if you do sell your rights or assign the same to another person, the deed of sale or the deed of assignment shall also be done by a notarial act. Okay. Section 6. The buyer shall have the right to pay in advance any installment or the full unpaid balance of the purchase price anytime without interest. Okay? So, pwede di ka mo prepay. No, let's say, good for 10 years on to ang imuhang contract, pero kay nakaswerte man ka, nakadaog magkagloto, pag year 2, imong gi-full pay. Pwede raw daw na siya. The buyer shall have the right to pay in advance without additional interest and to have such full payment of the purchase price annotated in the certificate of title covering the property. All right. Kanindot ani nga ano nga law. Clear drawings. Okay. So, Section 7, any stipulation in any contract hereafter entered into contrary to the provisions of Section 3, 4, 5, and 6 shall be null and void. So even if your contract states nga you will not be eligible for a refund despite paying such number of installments, void na siya. Okay, void na siya if ever ingon siya nga dili ka entitled to refund even if nakabayad ka for at least 2 years. Bahala pag nipirma ka ng contract. Such stipulation in that contract is null and void. Section 8, if any provision of this act is held invalid or unconstitutional, no other provision shall be affected thereby. And this act shall take effect upon its approval, which was approved on August 26, 1972. Okay, so that ends our discussion on Masada law. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye.